I don't know what kind of intro that is, but you know. Come on, start. Hi Beaver and hi darling, welcome to the stream. How are you today? It's Sunday. Oh, it's struggling to open that. Well, it opens it eventually. There we go. Hope you have had a good weekend. I'm okay. What you gonna eat? Sunset and opponent breaks your charms, except on hard difficulty. Oh my god, this game would be so much easier. Yeah, we were gonna give the freaking planting to the dude that was too scared, so that he can tell everyone he's brave even though he's not. Beautiful textures. Oh, where did you go?
Lumos.
Spirelli with egg. My dinner today, I don't know. I figure out after stream.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
But my lunch today was rice and chicken.
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Yeah.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
How many do I have at the moment? Hufflepuff. Yes, I did. I didn't progress. I didn't do like any progress. I was just, you know, searching around the school, and I found few more of these tokens, but like I haven't done any quest or anything like that, so
Another house token for the house chest. This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely. That's it. I'm making good progress with these tokens.
Yeah, it was like no progress. I went like, I found some gear and I sold overpowered thing, like, cause my inventory was full, I went to like sell those. Now I could go there again actually. Ring my baby, ring my baby. I sold all the gear that I wasn't wearing at the time. Now I have to do it again, I think, cause and then we can continue the quest.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Like my inventory space is really small though, so. And I feel like cause I'm like beginning of the game, even if they are like amazing gear,
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
I feel like they just do
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
underpowered. I have money.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Because I feel like I need to unlock like this. I was walking through the castle and there's so many locked doors, so I at least need that one.
She was humming again.
Oh, that's why I'm so bothered.
Like that
Of
will
course I
unlock
was
a lot
bothered.
of the school. Oh wait, that's downstairs? I think that's Arrow's downstairs, yeah.
If only Black had the power.
Yeah, okay, I need 6 more. There's like in the castle, then there's like in the Hogsmeade, like there was outside. I haven't gone to any other areas basically, cause like I haven't gone to the Forbidden Forest or anything like that. So yeah, there's locked doors everywhere.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
Wow.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
From the info I know, this takes place before Harry Potter time, so like all the characters that were in Harry Potter are not in this game yet. Or at least most of them. And if they are like students or child. Like if they were very old in Harry Potter.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
So, it is the same universe, but it happened way before any of the other stuff. Yeah, like the black is connected to the Sirius Black that is in the movies. It's like, is it like great grandfather or something like that? And Weasley is very known family in in Harry Potter. Oh.
Sebastian, there you are.
I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow.
Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me.
You might need me.
Why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Oh, Dumbledore. I'm not certain. Well, Dumbledore was very old. He's the headmaster in the Harry Potter universe. I don't know.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Oh, this is the spell that we need to... There are like chests that we can open by being invisible. The blue bar is my ancient magic use. Okay, this, and I will put it Lumosys for now.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll.
Does this last forever, or...? Will sense investigates me.
I shall pretend I cannot see you.
Thank you for pretending. Snake! 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 Need you move back and forth, right? Yeah, I figured as much.
Blast! The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
Wait, what?
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now, to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
Ghost, where? Okay. Fuck.
You aren't supposed to be here.
You are here.
Surely no one's wandering about in here at this hour.
Uh-oh.
Nobody's there after all. Wander in the restricted section.
Oops.
At this hour.
It was... No! How can I don't know. Should have bought a box indeed. Do I really have to upgrade to SSD though? I don't wanna.
Silent as a grave. Ghost, don't let her see you. Fast. Should be in the clip. There's no need for us to be skulking about. We must remain unseen.
Should be clear, we must remain unseen.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after.
Revelio.
Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Oh.
Quietly now.
I knew it works that way. That was a lot of money.
Leviosa.
Who have we here?
Oh.
Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Do I?
Reparo.
Oh, I don't have anything to drink. Give me a second. Also, I want to see what was this thing that you linked, darling. Hiding in a car. Fucking solid snacks. I love it. Professional streamer, I swear.
Revelio. Of course. Traces of ancient magic.
Magic.
There must be more to this room.
Oh no, do I have to fight? I don't wanna fight. Fine.
That's it.
Oh, that's cool. I don't like that school. I can hardly see anything. Ah, fuck's sake.
Lumos. Revelio.
Striking Beasley hat? Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Oh. Oh. Ah, yes. Let's go.
Where might this lead?
Yeah.
Lumos. Accio.
Do I have to do something? This feels like I discover the secrets.
Lumos. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Or Reparo, maybe.
Ah, I need to wake up that rune over there.
Wake up. Oh, it was just a basic attack. Ah, okay. It was too basic for me, to my bright mind to understand. Oh.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready. Revelio.
I am just too powerful. How do I get there?
Reparo. Accio.
I wanna get there.
Lumos. Levioso.
Okay, I...
Lumos.
Is there like... There's something there. Oh. It was up. You have to be fast though. Well, okay, I see how it is.
This must be the way forward. But to where? Revelio. Lumos. Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me. Lumos. Lumos.
Oh, I'm so smart. Wait. Are those type of things I think they are? Damn, I look great. Yeah, maybe not. Definitely worth the effort though. That's quite a lot of enemies. Too good.
It is a book after all.
What was the purpose of that?
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Doesn't say anything, just sleeps. I think she told people. I forgot I had the map. Oh, the hat, I mean.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Well, it's not really our problem, and he is in another house than we are. We are Hufflepuff, he's Slytherin, so... Thank you and bye-bye! I mean, it says in the, like, the Hufflepuff that we are loyal to our friends, right? He's not really our friend, right? We spoke to him a few times, but he's not our friend really, so, you know, we don't have to be loyal to him. Yeah. Hi Hopperers, welcome to the stream, how are you today? So I wanna know how much gear. Okay, I can take a few more. I am okay. Oh, you mean this? This one is in another slots, you know? That it belongs to another slot.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
Right at the beginning.
I understand.
Draconade it.
I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
I don't have any friends. Oh, so I want that. It's shiny. I want it. Can I have it? Can I have it? It's shiny. Great mail.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Why? Okay. Don't tell me what.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Hi. Question. Where's my flying thing? If I have to start exploring like more, I want to be able to fly. I can zoom. Okay, so holy shit. This is bigger than I thought. I definitely need ability to fly. And I feel like the castle is already like super huge. Okay. The quest. What challenges? Oh yeah, I can. Required level 3. I'm a bit over here. Expelliarmus. Actually avoid enemy attacks by rolling 10. Oh. What I have been in classes. I was in 2. I was.
You can't imagine how inconvenient
Oh, shut up.
was before I invented food.
I was in the dark arts thing and the Joker dude class, right? Yeah. Also, if I remember correctly, I think the herb class teacher is the waifu that everyone's talking about. Let me go to but that is a main quest. I wanna do all the other stuff first. Let's do the dueling.
Fills our stone hearts with joy to be
Oh yeah, I was supposed to check the broom thing. Gear. Progress the main story to unlock. Okay, yeah. Mounts is also main story to unlock. Oh, I like the coat trimming this coat. Hufflepuff, 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 Hufflepuff.
Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
I wonder what you have to cast for that.
Future champion coming through.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
Nicely done.
Incendio!
Good one.
Accio! Incendio!
Next time, perhaps.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Accio!
Ah! I don't know the voice acting in Watch Dogs, so.
Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
That's it. Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
It was only a training dummy.
True, but it's a difficult dummy. Believe me, I know. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of crossed wands ready?
Big match today. It
Oof.
all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
No.
I'll go it alone.
Then let's get started.
We don't need help. We don't have friends.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Ooh, there's 4 of them. That's bad. 3 was already a challenge. Ooh, this might be bad.
Incendio!
That's all you've got? There goes my way.
Don't shy away now.
Fringo.
Stupefy. I'm the one. Accio. Incendio.
shield did you have?
Lumos.
Leviosa.
Ringo, come on. Take it. Ringo.
Stupefy. Leviosa.
Ringo.
Leviosa. Incendio. Stupefy. Incendio.
Ringo.
Tego. Stupefy. Stupefy.
Damn, I'm good.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
I got lucky.
It was mostly luck, that's all.
Please, you wouldn't have got this far on luck alone. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
They did. But I guess the other matches were the previous ones. Rolling? Oh my god, I have to roll. Let's go herb class, I suppose. Also, that took all my health potions. I have no health potions, so that's a bit unfortunate, so to speak. I have to go to town to do that. That's kinda annoying.
Revelio.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Let's go.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
Oh, is this the...
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we?
Oh, it is.
First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pack down the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone! Now for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like...
Well, I mean, if you think about all the professors we've seen before, yeah, compared to the rest of the schools, it is quite right.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say, I nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
I haven't been in Professor Sharp's class, so, you know, I know nothing. Wait, I have to wait them. Oh, it's this type of thing.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead.
What's bad about Requel
Nice
looking
work
girl?
in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. And Hufflepuffs too. At least you did.
If only you knew. If only you knew.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't... Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
You're weird.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Not in a good way. I just take everything here. This is my garden now.
Helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Thank you, Professor. But looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor. As we herbologists like to say, tend to your plants and they'll tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Also, do you want to make a bet that there's some kind of spicy art already about that picture? You know, internet is like that.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse
4
as
minutes.
in the hall.
Okay, what next? Potions class, okay, let's go.
Handy resource indeed, your field.
I forgot to activate it.
most pleased to be included.
I actually found the classroom once. I have no memory where it was. Somewhere in the basement, but... You know, I have been in the potion classroom before. Oh, just appeared. What the fuck?
My uncle knows Kagawa.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely...
There we go. Next class.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect.
But I'm Hufflepuff.
You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own.
Nope.
You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
It's Professor Snape in the movies. That is Professor Sharp.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Why do you want to know?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Do we? I don't like him.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Keep your potion station organized and
Don't even notice it's missing. It's fucking huge purple thing right here. I for sure would see that missing. Oh. Memorandum, Aura Office. Plugin package have increased amount of activity outside the ordinance of hours, particularly hours. Suspicious deliveries. Subdeportation.
potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell. Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
You were supposed to do Endurance, yeah.
And now we add the Mallow Suite, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it!
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Good thing we didn't help him.
I brewed an Edorus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the rest of term.
Racist instinct.
What are you up to now?
There was something else too.
Is it break time? I think it's break time. So, 10 minutes, then we continue, and yeah, that will be all. sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm late, I'm late, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm late. Thank you. I mean, there was like 1 minute break time left and suddenly my body just decided, you go to that toilet right now, okay? So, okay. Let's meet the Nyani.
Finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Oh, it's happening again! It's happening again! This place is brutal, I tell you.
Incendio!
No, okay. That's the Quidditch arena that's... Hey, let's be honest here. The most likely there will be DLC about playing that Quidditch game. Most likely. I mean, they cannot just not have it in a game. $500 meters? Oh my god, I have to run faster. Because there was a thing that the headmaster said that the season is cancelled. So... And I think I saw another YouTube video that was actually said that it's not in a game, it's DLC. No, I haven't been here before. I remember this corridor from the movies. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, have fun. There's balloons and stuff. Let's go to random person's house and rob them blind. Yeah.
This looks intriguing.
Also, is that a cave?
Levioso. Incendio. Accio.
Why is that thing still there? I wanna know why that question mark is still there. Did I miss something from here?
Revelio.
Crowns on tools, set of tools in his hands. That was that. I needed to get the... Okay. Okay, let's go to the cave. What are you though? Huh.
Lumos.
A scarf. That it? I came here all for the scarf? Well, that was a letdown. But that I don't know, something feels wrong about these textures. I wonder why. Anyway.
It is good to see you, my friend.
We are not friends. Oh, that's a side quest.
Adventure, are we?
That's a side quest, I have to do that first. Sorry.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ramrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ramrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now. But they've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ramrock is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ramrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
You mentioned that your paintings were taken. Are you a painter?
I am. It's my calling, though most would think it an unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in metal, or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my finest brush that Ramrock's lot have no appreciation for any of my work, and it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again?
I don't know, maybe not. Like, only goblins that I know from... that I remember about were the ones in a bank. And you know, they were held quite high, because you know, they counted your money. I
I'm
don't
sorry
remember
this
rest of
happened
the
to you.
goblins.
I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Mother used to say I was lazy, wouldn't pick up my toys, she said. Her own fault for teaching me Accio.
Oh, there's a store, so I get to wear all my new fancy stuff. Oh wait, I want to look.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
Any whispers going about the town?
There's a thief on the loose by the name of Katrin Haggerty. She's an ashwinder. She's stealing everything that's not nailed down, and people have had enough. Katrin's hiding in a camp just southwest of town.
Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Oh, let's see. Well, I am Lower Hogsfield's preeminent potioneer, but I was once a lowly Hogwarts student like you. In fact, I'll give you the Hogwarts discount. It's the standard price. My prices are low enough already, you see.
What do you have for sale?
I sell only potions and their ingredients. If you can't fix it with a potion, then it's best left broken, I say. My
You're okay,
ingredients
hi,
are all
welcome to
local
stream,
to
how
this
are you
area,
doing?
and my potions are brewed to keep you healthy and safe.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
You can buy all
I'll
my
have
stuff.
no trouble selling this. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope to see you again sometime.
Oh, there's enemies. What was the assignment I had to do? I had the... dodge. Yeah?
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Orn.
Turn back shooter. That was kind of nice.
Yes. Incendio.
I wanna do that.
Cursed fiends.
The left eye keeps switching. Oh no. Sheep! Wait, I cannot pet the sheep.
Levioso.
Hey, can I make you fly? Flying sheep! Let's go! I'm sorry.
Revelio.
Is large dragon that grow 5 meters length. Okay. To blow it up.
Incendio.
Past the ruins. I'm on the right track.
Oh, another enemy. Should I even kill all the enemies? I don't know anymore. Ride a goat? Yeah, riding goat, let's go.
An encampment. This must be it.
Such arrogance.
You only have Ranrock to blame. Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
Anne will regret not joining us. If he doesn't come round now, he'll be made even more of an example.
We should have killed that traitor, Anne, when we took his car. Only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind.
I thought there was a back door. Eesh. How do you enter this place? Oh, there's the door. Ah, you don't see anything.
Somebody there!
Levioso. Incendio.
Ranrock will unite us!
Levioso.
How many of you are there?
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
I'll bury you.
There's a bit too many of you. Ow. Yeah. Dang.
I won't Dead.
Are we?
Was that your best? You can't stop us.
Why is there so many of you?
Is that the best you can do?
Why is there so freaking many of you?
Beaten by a goblin.
Also, because the shield disappears while if you don't look at it. I don't remember which goblin has shields and whatnot, and yeah. That was bullshit. A bit, yeah, maybe. I am surprised. I'm allowed to be surprised if I want to be surprised.
How many of you are there?
Someone, how nice of you to stop by.
I'll get you for this!
You see, it just appeared in front of me. That's illegal.
Little moon calf, far from home.
What?
A miss! I've been fighting since. Easily diverted.
What are those? That's bullshit.
That was meant for me? Not quite. Pity, not quite.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
Was that your best? One more taken down.
What is that bullshit ability? What is that? You put them in the air and they just blah, blah. And there's more than one of them.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter. How many of you are there?
I wish I had more ancient magic stuff.
There's a hole in my pocket.
You don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me. Fuck, you see me!
You can't stop us.
Ah!
I've been fighting since before you were born. You won't stop me.
Come on, health.
That was meant for me.
Not your best moment, I fear.
That was quite something. Now, to Freon's carts.
First try.
Revelio.
Leviosa.
Not even a challenge yet. Hmm?
Incendio.
Wait, don't you think those...
Leviosa. Leviosa.
I swear those things should be put here. Don't I just know it yet? I don't know.
Here.
Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to Arn.
Phew.
Leviosa.
Yeah.
Revelio.
Yeah, maybe we just haven't unlocked them yet. Like, maybe it's part of some other thing that we don't know yet. I don't know.
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Shame you're so foul.
At least they're not snakes. Please don't tell me there are snakes in this game. Oh, there's a cave. Is it as disappointing as the other one? Only one way to find it. Oh, it's not open. Do I have to do something?
Lumos. Revelio. Levioso. Accio.
Okay, I think that's another thing that we don't know
Revelio.
what to do with yet. Oh wait, there's something. What's that?
Accio.
Was that the thing? Oh, it was! Oh my god, I'm smart.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Are we in Skyrim now?
Revelio. Incendio.
No.
Revelio.
Oh.
Levioso. Accio.
How do I...
Revelio.
Is there a puzzle in this room that I don't know about? Oh, there.
Accio.
Oh.
Levioso. Accio.
Oh. Not gonna lie, that's kinda cool. Yeah, exactly what I said. That's kinda cool. Oh wait, you wonder if there's more secrets in there? Probably not, but...
Accio.
Bang. Anyway, oh, sorry. Back to the goblin. Alias, ohio, good morning. How did you sleep? Welcome to the stream.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
There's a victory that came none too soon.
Well, assuming that you're here now, it means that you just woke up, right?
Hello, Mr. Semi.
What can I do for you?
And what do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today? I hope to see you again sometime.
I'm okay. Sorry, wasn't here. Majestic. Oh.
Hello, Mr. Semi.
What can I do for you?
I like it, okay.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today? I hope to see you again sometime.
If you're here for my wares...
On, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints.
Easiest fight of my life.
You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
What a nice idea, On. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done. All the best.
No, what do you sell, by the way?
Why don't you have a little peruse? Appreciate you stopping by. Be sure to visit me again, won't you?
Revelio. Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Pleasant enough place to steal everyone. And all their money. Hi. Don't mind me, I'm just
Revelio.
opening drawers I have no business opening, you know.
Levioso. Heal. Levioso.
I didn't destroy anything if someone asks. Oh. that door was locked again. Anyway,
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Side quest! I'm sorry, Natty.
Assistance.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes, my name is Grace Pinch Smedley, of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
I'm afraid I'm not keen on mucking about at the bottom of lakes.
Oh, please don't say no just yet. Perhaps if you understood my plight, you'd change your mind.
No.
Perhaps? What precisely do you need to retrieve, and why?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know of your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device.
But you
Sadly,
want me there?
I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
But it's the best explanation. Why are you so stupid? I'm Hufflepuff. Why should you trust me? I'm Hufflepuff.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see. This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is. I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
Should I? It seems like it's important, so maybe I should sell it. You know, I might get quite a lot of money from it. Yeah, to be honest though, I was expecting... Oh wait, it's not very deep now, is it? You could literally walk almost there. Wait, actually wait. Okay, it does get deeper, okay. I was like, wait a second. But like what I was expecting was like you have having like some kind of like spell that allows you to breathe underwater and working in there to find it. That would have been very cool.
Found the dive too terribly difficult.
Oh.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
It's yours for a prize. Fine.
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there.
Is that even...
Again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Point of, you know, being nice.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Finally we can do that.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
I don't tell you anything.
The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili Land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Wait.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
That bitch called me all the way here just to say that. I couldn't say in the school. No. I had to go all the way here. I hate her already. Thank God she's not Hufflepuff. We can be enemies.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Stupefy on the floor.
I'll have taken your life before you even realise it's gone. You want to make up that, do you? Try looking.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
What are you trying to pay? As weakness.
Stop right there! Tango! We can hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere.
Take that stuff! You'll take this!
Help us to find themselves.
You're no match for me.
I know you're not. We can
Easy peasy.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Revelio. Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills.
Easy.
Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer.
Hufflepuff!
Has her own
Let's
shop
go!
in Uptown Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were mere myth.
Mere myth? You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Fire!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Revelio. I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Increase your cure. Wait. Whoa. No, that's combat, right? Storage walk here. Oh my god, it seems. #1 priority found. Do this. Get more gear slots. Also, if I notice correctly, what I just got was you hated the code, so how about this one? Here we go. Oh, I was supposed to check the quest. I don't like this UI though. Oh. Does that mean I should go to the Goblin camp I raided earlier?
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Where was it again? It was somewhere here, right? Where was it actually?
Here.
I remember this, so we went past this. And... oh, what's that symbol? I'm getting distracted.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Okay, so we have to look for that symbol. Okay.
Levioso.
Lumos.
Accio.
Am I doing the correct thing?
Merlin himself would be proud.
Yeah. which means I should have increased storage. Okay, the camp. What is this one? No, right? This is something different.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Revelio.
Cool place, but not what I'm looking for right now. Wait, where was the camp? It was after this one. But where? Oh, there's a mailing trail. Was it that far away? There's another one over there. Are they all placed in the map already? Or the ones that I just have come across, I wonder. Let's see if this is. Oh yeah, here it was, yeah. What, more enemies? I don't wanna... Can't we skip the fighting part and just be friends? Yeah?
You don't believe you can defeat me, do you?
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways.
Oh, now it's the boarding. Let's go. Okay, yeah. They were trying to kill me before, so self-defense, okay? Okay, I need to find more spots. Beaver, don't get stuck on details. Are they like nearby? Oh, here. Here are those. Where are the balls? Exactly, you start to learn, Beaver. You are starting to learn. Where are your balls? They can't be too far away, right? Where, oh where?
Revelio.
Oh, you're smart. There they are.
Accio. Incendio. Accio.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of you.
Let's do one when we walk back to the school. Let's do that one. Do I want to check that out? Or do a Merlin? Ah, fuck it. He's dark monger though. I'm gonna be a good person since you guys will bully me if I start killing them, so I will not do it. At least on camera.
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Yeah, not my fault. Okay, I get distracted easily, okay? You should notice by now, chat. part of reason why RPGs are not very good streaming games.
Let's see
for
what's
me.
up your sleeve this time,
Because,
Merlin.
yeah. Oh, balls of steel again.
Accio. Accio.
If I want to blame the genre, I blame the genre, okay?
That's that.
Hey, at least this time I'm trying to do most of the stuff outside the stream. Like all this little small stuff. But since, you know, they're just in my way when I get back to the castle.
Wonder who lives here.
No one. Oh, there was a drop. That's a huge one.
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Could it be? Okay, you are supposed to put somewhere, but where? Where do you want me to put you? There. Easy peasy.
Here.
Come on.
Levioso.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
Okay, you don't wanna.
Incendio.
Accio.
Let's take some speed like this. Or maybe that way, maybe. Do you wanna come this way? Yeah, you wanna come this way. Oh, it overshot.
Accio.
Come back. Come back. No! There we go.
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
See, easy peasy. Woo. The last thing I will do, I will go to the Dark Arts to get the new spell, so that I have more stuff to do off the stream. New spells unlock new stuff. Can't you like... Open the door! Open the door! Open another door. Thank you.
You've made your point. Let us keep our heads around.
Wait. Was that the girl ghost was hunting the guy ghost with the knife, axe? It was kind of funny. We're actually in this class, holy shit.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I had asked you to do.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice. You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Okay, so...
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder. Potato!
Oh, we have mail actually. Let me actually open the mail before. What's this? Portrait in a common room wants to talk to you. Why should I care about that? There we go. That's it for today's stream. We did progress, yay! Maybe in half a year we can finish this game. Yeah, I think she's a stalker. But yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's try all survive next week together, okay? Huh? It's Monday, so I don't wanna go to work. But as always, have an awesome evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is at your place. Stay awesome, stay safe, and stay hydrated. You know the deal. And we shall see you again next time, which shall be maybe on Tuesday. We have to finish the journey after all. Anyways, stay awesome, stay safe. Bye 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 bye. Moi. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. Iki. And all that good stuff. Bye bye.